Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Chainsaw Man, chapter 218. So yeah, I thought a little more about 217, and I think it was just because I was having very specific expectations about what I wanted from it, and because it didn't, reach them by making me cry or tear up. I just kind of was a little conflicted on it, but honestly, I think it's the type of chapter, at least for me, that just you know, it's heavy and it makes you feel really suffocated with emotion, but it's not, it doesn't come out with tears, if that makes sense. So yeah, chapter pretty good. I have a few notes, so I'm just gonna read from them, but it's mostly gonna be talking about like Asa's mom, because I feel like I was a little harsh on her. Like, I think, what we learned about Asa's dad in like page 11 does does paint mom in a better light. And even though I believe she did the right thing, it is still affected Asa in a very big negative way. So, like, I didn't know how to feel at first in regards to Asa's mom, like, saying that, he cheated on her. And that was the last reason she gave to Asa to kill him. Even though, he was violent. And, well, we don't know if it was to the both of them, but I'm just gonna take it that he was. And so at first I was like, that makes me think that mom killed him for, for herself. Even if she did say like, oh, we can pay for your high school now that he's gone. I was like, okay, but like, I don't know, it's a little hard to really get a read on why specifically she said the reasons she did in that moment. But I still think that mom had Asa in mind for the most part for getting rid of him, and felt, I feel like she felt guilt and unease when telling Asa about what she did and why she did it. But wanted to appear strong and decisive, so she didn't show her face to Asa because she didn't want to show weakness in front of her. And, I feel like maybe mom felt that if she showed like regret, then she didn't want Asa to feel like it would have been better if dad stayed alive. So it seems that Asa believed her mom loved her, but she still couldn't accept the lengths she'd go for her future. I mean, there's it's Asa's feelings are very complicated in the matter. As she says, like, I don't even know I if my mom was a bad person or not. But I think it's very telling that she can't bring herself to say like, oh, but I still loved her. So I feel like, you know, uh, I'd say Asa did love her mom, but it's definitely something that I don't think she'd be able to bring herself to say because of what mom did. Like, I generally think mom thought she did what she had to protect the both of them, and was just, in like killing him was in the moment action that she did from weighing the pros and cons in her head. Like, I feel like the moment that she killed the devil, she was like, what do I do? What do I do? And, she decided that getting rid of him and making it seem like it was a devil who actually killed him would have been more beneficial for her and Asa. And the result is Asa still, still got traumatized by that. Even if it would have been, different from the trauma she would get if her dad still kept on being violent, and there was a possibility that it escalated. So, her mom became a murderer. Why can't I say that word? A killer for their sake. But still, there's the side of hate from mom. That stems from the cheating, which Asa internalized, and yeah, we see, how Asa reacts to it with Takagi in the aging arc, which I talked about last time. So despite her dad abusing her, Asa still felt bad he died. But even more so was the guilt, her mom of all people being the one who did it. And that indeed was, that life did get better without him. So I feel like Asa feels some guilt from that it was her mom, and, that things were better without him, that I feel like Asa feels guilty that, oh, mom was right to kill him. And she feels bad about feeling like that. But also I feel like another reason why mom didn't give the reason that dad was violent, for the reasons for killing him, is because that would put even more responsibility on Asa for being one of the reasons that her dad is dead. Like, even if he was awful, Asa, would not feel happy for him being dead. Well, not outwardly anyway. Like, she definitely, was not happy to hear that her mom killed him and justify it. Asa looks scared and just very sad. It seems like she even started to cry at the end of, in the last panel of page 10. So yeah, that's definitely very traumatic for her. Like, even if her dad was someone she wanted to go away, she definitely did not want it to be her mom of all people who did it. So yeah, it's both for her and to maintain her own pristine version of her mom that she tried with all her might to ignore how her dad really died up until now. And of course, we get that that reveal that she fell on purpose, so that dad wouldn't survive. So it's not just, guilt from the fact that she felt relief the more time passed and he wasn't there, but also the guilt of contributing to him actually dying. It's just, there's a lot. And of course, that's when she asks Denji, "Do you think I'm a bad person for that?" Now she doesn't say, there's no guilt or no regret from doing that, but she still asks, "Do you think I'm a bad person for even trying that?" And it's interesting that little Denji can say with all confidence that he's a good person for killing his dad, though he says he's also the one who made it seem like a suicide. But I think it was in the chapter where Makima reveals it to Denji that it was actually people who he had a debt with that made it seem like a suicide. So I don't know. But yeah, little Denji's always telling, his older self that he shouldn't feel happy and that he doesn't have the right to have a family because of this. So I wonder if this little Denji's actual feelings and the little Denji that older Denji sees is just a projection, a figment of his own self-hatred due to the trauma from Makima. That could be it. But yeah, they both start laughing. And last time I said it was because maybe they found comfort in that they're not the only one who has been through something like this. But it could also be that they're just, like, everything else that's happening in the world, and we're worrying about something like this. How silly. Maybe. But it is interesting that Asa's laugh, it seems like it turns into Yoru's laugh. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe because she's feeling a similar type of like cathartic release from this, similar to Yoru. But yeah, had a lot to say. And hopefully I was able to not be too confusing when explaining it. So let's get to the new chapter. Okay, we're continuing on with Yoru and Pochita's fight. Both of their bodies fall in pieces. Oh, okay, we're going back and forth. Asa looking a little dingy. Now they're both serious again. Denji. Oh, chapter 218, eat me. Okay? I'll return to Yoru and create an opening. You'll only have an instant. Use it to eat me. Oh shit. Don't do this to me. Asa basically, yeah, she wants to use Puchta's used to erase concepts so that Yoru can be gone for good. But that will mean that Asa will be using one of, if not her last moment of autonomy to sacrifice herself for the world. Oh yeah, let me keep reading. Say what? Is the only way to beat her, understand? I don't understand. I don't want to kill you, Asa. Oh, that panel. Oh, both of their legs. That's interesting. I'm as good as dead already. No, don't say that, Asa. Don't give up just yet. Ah. Oh man, the framing of Asa in her panel and then Little Denji in his own panel. I really believed that Yoru and I had become friends. Yeah, probably like before or early in the aging arc. It's that was definitely what it seemed like. When she thought evil things, I thought I could talk her into being good. Yeah, especially early part 2. But at this point, she's never going to give me back my body. Yeah, it seems like Asa is giving up. Oh, that panel of Asa just looking so forlorn. Besides, oh, she's trying to put on a brave face. If the Death Devil takes over the world, I guess all the humans will die. And the world will belong to devils from now on. But I'm sure you would be okay, Denji. You can come back to life. Plus you have a devil-like face, you'd blend right in. But what about you, Asa? I don't care what happens to me anymore. Don't say that. I hate this. There has to be a way to... so that Asa can survive. And we can defeat Yoru at like both at the same time. Come on. Also, this feels very like we're, you know, super close to the end of part 2 with this type of conversation. Oh man, both of their expressions are making me so sad. I've accepted it. Even if it all worked out somehow and I could go back to a normal life, I wouldn't be able to sleep anymore. I've done a ton of things that make me want to scream when I remember them. I killed a bunch of people, and now that I remember how my dad died, I can never forgive myself. Yeah, okay. She definitely feels guilty about it then. Yeah, so that left wasn't about like, oh, you know, worrying about that was silly. It was more so I found someone who really feels so much like myself. I'm not the only one going through this. But I don't want my life to end while I'm tripping and falling. Oh? Okay. Oh, please, 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 please. Oh. So this could just mean that she would see dying as she helps kill Yoru as not tripping and falling. I want to go out doing the right thing. Oh, You saved me, so one should die saving you. No, Asa, stop! I don't like this. I do not want her to sacrifice herself for Denji. I want both of them to live. So please, eat me, okay? Can Denji really not come up with another solution? Because it doesn't seem like Asa even wants to try. She's like dead set on doing this. Oh, this, I don't. Let me keep reading. Oh, Fami is bleeding so that Pochita can regenerate. Stay out of this weakling. You're souling my holy war. Oh, she's aiming at Fami? You're the weakling. Wake up, Chainsaw Man. Oh, there we go. Yo, that's kind of cold. Fami calling Yoru weakling? Go ahead. Yoru's still aiming at her though. Oh shit! Asa took over for the 1 second she said she would. She's aiming at her own head and actually said bang. Oh shit! Yeah, she blew off her head, most of it. Of course, Yoru will just come back if Pochita or Denji hesitate. Oh shit. Miri? Okay. Yo, he came back? I said he was working on the multiple plans that Shi-chan had explained and Denji didn't listen to. Okay. He came in with a gra and caught Asayoru even more. Oh man, he looks cool, but I'm so worried about Asa. Shi-chan. Oh, okay. It seems like they're executing one of their plans. Oh, she threw a token? Oh, it's it looks like the guillotine devil, but maybe not. It is. Gilly, mince her. It seems like, yeah, Yoru was in the process of regenerating. Gyani! Okay, Gilly cut her up into even smaller pieces again. Pochita did not move. This is all Shi-chan's group. Now, eat her! Oh, Chainsaw Man! Fami and Shi-chan, they got their heads cut off. What? Pochita? He also cut Miri's head and killed Gilly. Oh, what does this mean? Because I'm assuming this is Pochita and not Denji. Is he choosing Asa, despite uh, that it means it would also help Yoru. But yeah, he's refusing to eat Asa Yoru. But like I said, is it because Denji doesn't want to do it? Or that's gotta be it, right? Pochita usually does things when he's in control because of he knows uh, what Denji cares about deep down. Damn, it could have worked if Pochita actually tried. But okay, that means though that we still have time to have Asa change her mind. Because I would really dislike if she went out like that. I do not want her to use her last moments to save someone else. I want her to choose herself and put herself first. And believe that she deserves it. I don't know how, but it would be like such a slap in the face and an insult. To the themes of fighting and keep on going despite that you may believe you deserve to die. Like that was, like the whole thing was falling arc. And then in aging arc, when Pochita showed Denji all the people that have mattered the most to him. Doesn't matter, if you think you're someone that could never get better, or you think you have to, how do I put this? Like, if the only reason to like, there's no way other than dying to atone for the bad things that you've done in life. And this is like, Asas has honestly not done cruel things that much, really. In terms of like other Chainsaw Man characters, she really hasn't. But because she believes she has, she's just stuck in this mindset. She's just given up on being able to change. Like, she just cannot see herself forgiving what she has done. But there is hope. She just can't see it right now. I really want her to wake up and being like, Yeah, you've done some questionable things, but so what? Remember, you are allowed to be selfish. That's why you wanted the second life in the first place. Because you were always so scared and concerned about what other people thought of you and their perception of what you said and did. So, to me, the climax of Asa's character arc would be to say, like, you know, that's enough of that. I'm just gonna do what I think is right for me. And if no one agrees with me, then that's too bad. I've earned a moment of just thinking about what's good for me. But yeah, I definitely do not want her to actually die saving Denji. I mean, this whole thing about saving Denji is because she thinks if she saves him, then, you know, she'll be redeemed of all the bad things that she's done. When that's the wrong way to view this. And she's just taking on so many things and sins that are not even hers. Like, she's taking all the cruel shit that Yoru has done while on her body and made it her own to carry. Like, no wonder. Asa thinks that the only way to make up for it is to die. But that would be such a depressing way to end her character. And I really do not want to see it. Alongside how much of the story after, like, you know, Yoda started taking over during aging arc, Asa just kind of has been a passive observer and a prisoner inside her own body. That, you know, using her last time of autonomy not for herself would just feel so wrong. So yeah. And the way that, like, she tries so hard to try and convince Denji that this is the only way. When she says, I don't care what happens to me anymore. And then she gives this really, like, downcast expression. To me, it seems like she's trying to convince both Denji and herself that she's okay with this. And we know how much she doesn't actually want to die. She just thinks she has to. Because, well, it's for, you know, if it's me or the world. And obviously, my life isn't worth anything even close to it. Oh man, this is so sad. Just when I thought she'd gotten some motivation to fight against Yoru, when she uses the bang to get out of the rubble that falling put her into. It was like what? I want to say in the 200s? Somewhere around there. Of course, you know, that wouldn't be enough to make her think, especially after the Yoru power boost, that she could win. Oh man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. I don't exactly fully know what Pochita's intentions are at the end, but I think it's because he doesn't wanna kill Asa. But then, you know, he's been killing Yoru no problem until now, so is it specifically eating her? I'm not sure. But yeah, this is gonna be it for today. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.